Welcome to the tutorial on how to make transcript clips. Now, transcript clipping is something that you'll be doing much in both DOTE and DOTEbase. You can do the same, pretty much the same actions in DOTE and DOTEbase, but there's a few extra things in DOTEbase. So we're going to start off in DOTEbase, and here you see I have here a layout which is for transcript clipping. When you want to take a transcript that you've been working on and make some notes. As you can see, there are some different clips here have already been made, and the layout, if you look at layouts up here, then you'll see there's a transcript clipping layout, and if you click that you'll get a layout just like this. We have a number of layouts, and this one here is designed to focus on doing clips of transcripts. You get this sort of layout, and we have one DOTEbase, which is the Lego demo DOTEbase, which is freely available to download. And here you'll see I have the Lego Transcript Jefferson 1, which is one of the transcripts for one of the 3 projects that are assembled in the watch folder for this DOTEbase. And there are other tutorials on DOTEbases and how to create them, and also in DOTE how to create a project in a transcript. So these have all been done in this demo. And here the Jefferson one, all I did is I clicked here and this opened this. I could have looked at the Mondaden one, and here's the Mondaden one, but let's go back to the Jeffersonian one. And here, as in any transcript, you can create clips, which is an annotation with some tags, some maybe user-defined fields that you created yourself, and then a particular style and color scheme for that. So here we see is one blue bar or box around a green background, and you can see here there's another one inside that. You can have them overlapping or embedded. You can see the tags that belong to the larger one, the tags that belong to the dark green highlight one. So what we're going to do, if we just right click here on this one, anywhere where there's text, we can see edit annotation, delete annotation, send annotation to canvas. Now we can create a clip itself, but if we just take a quick look at this one, this box, we'll see it has countdown researcher sequence as tags. It has an annotation, which is a plain text note. It has a blue box, and you can see if I tick here, then you've got a number of choices. So it's a box, which is a blue outline. It's on here. This is on. It's a background color, which is a sort of light green. And then it has a user-defined fields, which I won't go into anymore in this tutorial, but you can see an extra tutorial about how these work. So I'll just cancel that. Let's say I wanted to make one, for example, here. So if I just select from a character to another character, it can be on the same line or another line, it doesn't matter. Here we're selecting several lines. It's all in blue. And let's say this is P2 running and then doing something. Let's say we want to add a bit, we want to say this needs to be a bit more detail here, more transcription, maybe moving towards a more Mondaden style, multimodal style of transcription. And up at the top here you see create clip or delete clip at cursor. We're not going to delete this clip because we haven't made one yet, but if we just say create clip, then we're getting a new clip. We won't worry about presets because there's a way of having presets that can predetermine how to fill these out, but we won't. That will be an advanced tutorial. But what we see is transcript selection. It's line 21, and you can see here's line 21 where it starts, character 2 to line 24, character 64. So it's got some very specified range. A tag. Now notice as soon as I click in here, we get a range of tags in a drop-down list. These are all the tags that have been used in this transcript already. So I could decide which one of these I'd like to use. Let's say this is something about table 2. You can see it's at table 2, so we'll put table 2. We could put another one. Let's say this is a sequence, and then we could add a new one. Let's say we'll add blocks. We do have one already for that. As soon as I start typing, notice it. Whatever I type, even if I type a letter inside one of the words, it will come up with the tag list. So blocks, just get the blocks. So we have blocks. I could just select that and then we get blocks. So we've got, I could have created my own one here. I could add a comment, so let's just put test for now. And annotation color, let's say I don't want a box this time, but like a a highlight. So a highlight, and maybe that's a color. I could just change a color. Notice now we get the swatch manager for all the different colors. We have some defaults here and then some presets. We do have one for blocks here, preset, so I could select that one. But let's just say for now I'll just select one of the defaults, which is available everywhere. So I'll just choose this one. Notice the color has changed. And now if I just close that swatch manager, which allows me to choose colors and choose name them and as presets and reuse them, and then if I change a preset, it changes everywhere that a preset has been used. So highlight. I think a highlight doesn't have a background color, but let's just see if I create that now. And now you see there's the highlight. The color is a little bit too purple, so what we can do is right click, edit, or notice also when as soon as I hover over this, and if I move down, I have an edit button here as well as a delete button, so I can click this one as well. It tells us the tags and the note that I made. So just go again and click here. Let's just change that to, in fact I can make that a little bit more transparent. You can see there's a transparency slider here, maybe a little softer down here, and if I now take a look at that, it's a little bit better. So now you can read the transcript quite clearly. And you can select, as I select over it, you'll see whatever I'm doing. If I was making another one, then you can do it in across. You can have overlapping and embedded tags, clips. So now we have one here. Let's say that in fact we think it should be a little bit longer. Maybe this 2.2 seconds should be included. So if I right click and say edit, I could edit selections. If I click that, and then I just move down to see where it is. There it is. If I just do a reselection, let's say from here to the 2.2, now I'm including that, and I say apply, what it will do is make a new scope for that same clip, so that it will be identical with the same tags, etc., but it's now going to be slightly larger. So if I apply that, notice how it's larger, and if I close and save, there, now you see we have a highlight including the 2.2. It might be we want to reduce that and we just want to have only up to the line 22 to 24. So now if I just choose here on the pen icon, edit selection, and just move down to here, I could just do a reselection from here through to here, apply, and now it's shortened. Close that, save, and now we see the new selection. So you can see you can edit this at any time. You can add tags. For example, if I right click here and I edit, I could add another tag here. Let's say temp, and if you hit tab, it enters that one. You can now add a new one. I could change the text here. I could change the color here to a different color if I wished, change it to a different type. So all within the same clip, and then save that, and now we'll see we have temp added there. Now, of course, you might make a number of these clips and you decide this is not really useful anymore, I don't really want this one. If you right click, you can delete annotation. If you click inside, you can delete clip at cursor, so I can delete that one. It will ask me, do I really want to? And I can also do it by going onto this hover here and then clicking here. So if I just do that one now, it asks me again and I say yes, it's gone. So now I've deleted that, and if there was some tags in that one that aren't in any others at all, then those tags will also disappear. So the tags are assembled from all the current tags that are across a project. And as you'll see when you look at the Tag Manager, the more advanced video tutorial on Tag Manager, then you can maintain your tags and tags across transcripts and projects and across DOTEbases as well, because these tags can be tracked. You can see how many tags have been applied, where they've been applied, and manipulate them, rename them, merge them. Okay, so that's making a transcript clip, deleting a transcript clip, and then editing. So we wanted to extend or reduce the range. But you can't make a transcript clip that, say, is on one line and then another on another line, but nothing in between. It must be a continuous from one character to another character, including every character in between. And you can see there's obviously maybe a preference for styles. Here I've got this countdown sequence, which I've got a green and a darker green. This one here is embedded, so if I click this, you'll see it has this green color here as a highlight. But if I then go to this one, right click and edit, then it's a blue box with a green background, but it's a lighter green than the darker green here. So you can create color schemes using Color Swatch Manager for particular color coded types of ways of remembering what things are about. This one here is a highlight, and it's a blue highlight. And this one here is, as if I just right click and edit, you'll see is a circle with an orange color, no background. If it's toggled off, of course, if I toggle it on, it will have a background. If I save that now, it does. You can see it has a yellowish background. I'm just going to edit that and turn that one off and save, and now it's got a white, just plain white background. So that's a number of things for editing. Creating, editing and deleting a T-clip in DOTEbase. And of course in DOTEbase you can have, as you can see, if I open another one, you'll see I have here some other, this is the countdown again. This is identical to the countdown in the first one, but it's a different, more extended transcript. And then some other highlighted ones here. And there are other projects with other transcripts which are all collected in this DOTE space. And this is all these tags being assembled together in the tag manager. If you see up here, tag manager, you can find a tutorial on that, an advanced tutorial. And also within a transcript, if I go back to the Jefferson one here, you see here in the project for both the Jefferson and the Mondaram one is in the same Lego Demo Project one. The Lego Demo Project one, it lists all of the clips that there are. You can see the blue are the media clips, which we're not focusing on in this tutorial. There's a separate tutorial on media clips. These are all the transcript clips. And if you just want to see where they are, you can just click and you notice it was that one, it highlighted it, click this one, it's that one, it does a little sort of animation, and there's the orange one. So you can jump to any one of these and find your clip. In your transcript, there are ways to search over these as well. Look at the search tutorial. There's also the collections browser and collection viewer that allows you to see, for example, all clips to do with colors. So if I click that and then I look at the collection viewer, it shows me all the ones that are to do with colors. Here's one with color, with orange. You can see the rainbow is attached to all the ones about referring to a colored block. And they're all listed here. You can see there's quite a lot of references to colored blocks, as one would expect in this game, this Lego game that they're playing. So there's the tags are usable across the DOTEbase and DOTEbase toolkit, and we've only just given you some quick idea here about those. The last thing to do would be just to say that this is available in DOTE as well. There are some features which are not available in DOTE but are in DOTEbase. For example, presets are in DOTEbase but they're not available. Color swatches, managing those is available. If I click that, you'll see you can manage your own presets. Then you can't manage those in DOTE, but you can use them if they're in the current transcript or project. But in DOTEbase, you can use them even if they're in a DOTE space across other transcripts and projects. You can reuse them. So you really need to, if you want to use this systematically, you have to do it in DOTEbase. But they will be listed for the current transcript or project, as we'll see in a moment, in DOTE. So I'll just close that and cancel. Now if I open in DOTE, then what we'll see, it opens up in DOTE. And this is the same transcript. If I just go back, you'll see this is the transcript here, Lego Demo Project. It's got this first one here, and here in DOTE it's exactly the same. It looks identical. But here we're not working across many projects. We're working only on this transcript, and we're transcribing. DOTE is designed just to support transcription. But DOTEbase collects all your transcripts. You can't edit them. You can't edit your transcripts, but you can obviously create transcript clips and edit them, and you can do so here in DOTE as well. So here you'll notice we have the same. If I open this one, we get the same edit selection, we get tags, we get the annotation, we get colors, we get user-defined fields. Notice there is no presets, there is no clip preset up here. And if we click here for a color, notice it's now rather simple. We have presets, and it's just the presets that are found in this transcript. If I click here on project, we get maybe an extra one that's found in the project to do with a tier. You can see about media clips and how those work in another tutorial. So in the transcript, this is all that's available. You can use these, but you can't edit them. So it allows you to have some consistency across your transcript with the use of certain colors. But really, to edit those and change those, you have to do that in DOTEbase. So I'll just close that. Otherwise, it's the same, and you can create here and edit. Notice if I just go again, there's the edit button, there's the delete button. Up here we have deleted cursor, create clip. So here, if I just choose again, for example, this line here and create clip, we get the same, but without the preset. And so you can make choices, all the same choices as you can in DOTEbase. That means as you're transcribing, you can make notes here. You don't have to do it in DOTEbase. So you can start working straight away here, but you don't have the full sophistication of the toolkit in DOTEbase. Okay, key thing to note is if you do make changes here, if we hadn't done that, then we would have to save it before it appeared in DOTEbase, because DOTE and DOTEbase are talking to each other. So let's just say we do make one. I'm going to highlight this, and I'm going to create a clip. I'll just not do anything. I'll just say create, and there we have a default. It's the one last used. It's just a blue outline, no background color. It's got no tags. So that's just been done. Notice it says unsaved changes. If I save that now, it's now saved. If I go back to DOTEbase and I just update, yeah, what we see here, notice the red here, there it is. We find it just updated there. The red means that it's now locked. This is an important thing. So if I click here and I say right click, it says transcript is currently locked for editing. This is because if I have it open in DOTE and I'm editing, and I'm also editing it here, we're going to get a clash, like which one is given priority. So if you save the other one, then this would now be incorrect, or it would start to update and you'd lose your changes if you hadn't saved them. So once you open a transcript in DOTE, if it's in a DOTE space, it gets locked. So here you can see it's locked and we can't edit until we either open up a different transcript or a project, or we close DOTE, and then it will update. So that's just important. When we create these in DOTEbase, these are automatically being saved. In DOTE, you may have to save explicitly because things are being tracked much more across, and you can edit the transcript. Okay, that's maybe enough for today, giving you an idea that you can really work well with your transcripts as you're developing them, and make all sorts of comments. And then in DOTEbase you can track all of those. Notice here they're in red currently because they're not available to be edited. You can create collections out of those. You can search over tags or any other of the elements, user-defined fields or the notes, and all of these transcript clips can be assembled in a canvas. So please look at that tutorial visually to see a canvas where you can have your clips assembled visually and make relationships between them, draw lines between them, cluster them together, block them together. So it's a very powerful tool with about transcript clipping, and we do support it in both DOTE and DOTEbase. That's enough for now. Please enjoy making your transcript clips.